Hello and welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. My name is Mogdog and today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be going into the watch category here because there was a game from yesterday that I didn't record, but it was super fun. I really enjoyed it. So I want to show that to you because it's something that I've never done in Heroes. So let's just go ahead and get into this record. Is it called a... what do you call it? Is it a recording? Don't look at the title, it's a spoiler. Don't look at the title, it's a spoiler. Alright, here we go. Friendly team was Abathur, Varian, the Butcher, Lily, and Jaina fighting on the Sky Temple against Lucio, Jim Raynor, Li Ming, Nazeebo, and etc. How do I go to... there we go. We're on my view now. We'll probably jump around a lot and take looks around. We picked up the Reinforced Carapace here at level 1. We were planning on working and making a Franken Butcher, which I've done a video on that once before. So after having finished all that schoolwork that I was doing, I was really bored and didn't know what to do. And I really didn't want to play like a super competitive hero. So I decided to play Abathur, and right here we're topping Lily off, trying to get her out, and she's going right back in, right? And I wind up stuck hatting Lily here. And here we go, we're going to move out into the bot lane, get some soak. The mine that we put in this lane early on was meant to scout for Nazeebo to see if he had come down to the bot lane early, but he did not, so we're safe to get into the lane for a little bit. Working on healing my teammates up. And the Butcher's on his way. We can see ETC roaming down on the map right over here. As trying to come down and find the Slug, possibly. Working on healing that Butcher up a little bit. Still planning on hatting the Butcher, which is why at level 4 you'll see me pick up the attack speed bonus. And there's a good kill on Gem Raynor by the Butcher and Jaina. Up here in the mid lane we have Lily just kind of dancing around all of the Li Ming shots and messing with Lucio. ETC roaming down bot to pick up soak, and Lily's still just... she's always up in the middle of these enemies. She's a nut. So I put the hat on Lily, and I'm just kind of staying with her, and she just keeps going in. She doesn't stop. And so I have to keep the hat on her. ETC comes in with the stun, and Lily just keeps going. She doesn't know what stopping is, right? And at first I was like, oh, this is bad. This Lily is gonna be the reason we lose or something, right? Because like she's just playing like a nut. But if you watch, she's very attentive. This Lily, she dodges the majority of what Li Ming fires at her. She can't really dodge what Lucio shoots at her, or ETC does, but they can't really kill her without the Li Ming damage. And for the most part, she's very mindful of that Li Ming damage, which I noticed right while she was doing that. But she kept me busy for so long that Butcher was kind of left out to dry, and Varian, I haven't checked on Varian at all, so it's been pretty scary there. A lot of teammates could have died because of it, but it worked out. Butcher going in on Gem Raynor, not really getting much done. Butcher already up to 48 meat so far, that's not bad for the roughly 3-minute mark. Here we are having picked up Adrenal Overload, still planning on making that Franken Butcher as the game goes on. But here we have Lily up here in the middle of the enemy team again, and trying to make her escape. Going back in though, once she saw that she had the hat. And the objectives are coming up. And Lily just goes right in. She is not scared at all, this Lily player. And so what we're effectively gonna wind up with here is a Franken Lily. Which is really interesting. Gem Raynor doing a lot of damage there, but Lily knows to get away from him and just kind of dips out. Working on trying to keep the objective neutral as best we can. Varian going in, Butcher following up. But Raynor has the knockback, gets away with his life. And Lily still at the front line. So far in the match, Lily has already tanked 16,000 hero damage. More than any other hero in the game. It's insane. And she's still up here. She's getting away. She's out of mana. Giving her a heal. She's going for the fountain. The enemy team securing the middle objective. And the top has been done a little bit, but not much. Here we are. Lily's right back in there. Doing what she does best. Just making problems for that enemy team. Trying to delay them as best she can, but she knows when to get out. And she's really good at dodging that Li Ming stuff for the most part, so... I wasn't really super worried about her dying anymore, after seeing her dodge so much of it. Butcher's up here in the top lane, working on ETC. Working on getting the objective. Varian in a little bit of trouble. And Jaina and Lily are just now arriving. But team's pretty low for a total health pool. Enemy team, I forgot how to view both teams, but I think we'll just view it from my team's perspective. Might as well. ETC going down, stood in the blizzard a little too long. Li Ming landing shots on Butcher, he's backing off, getting some healing. I'm trying to top him off as best I can, but he's not looking interested in going back in. So I'll remove that hat here in just a moment. And Lily, just doing her thing again. None too happy about us losing pretty much 2 objectives there, for the most part. Anyway, at level 7, we have picked up the Call Down Mule to reduce the effectiveness of those enemy objectives. Here we are with the hat, back on the Lily. She just doesn't stop. She just always going. She's always there, just hitting the enemy as much as she can. Almost goes down right here. If Raynor could have got that other shot in, he'd have probably killed her. Now Lucio's getting greedy, getting shot by the fort, but he backed off as soon as it fired at him. He knew what that would mean if he tried to go in. And finally, Lily decides it's time to go back and hit the fountain. This... you guys know I'm not a huge fan of Lily as a character, but this Lily player is so damn good at her. This Lily player has played a ton of Lily, I think. Anyway, down here, Varian working on getting our camp. ETC tries to push him off, but he charges right back in, making sure that we secure our camp. Put the hat on him for good measure as well, just to get that ETC out of there, because his team did not respond. And here we have Ultimate Evolution picked up at level 10. Lily still up here messing with Lucio and Ming. And I'm heading up to the top lane, work on getting some soak and some push with those mercs. And the friendly team is positioning up down here in the bottom lane, while Lily is keeping 2 members of the enemy team busy in the mid lane with the help of my hat. She gets the kill on the Lucio. Friendly team doing quite fine down here. Clone coming out, immediately zombie walled. So I just go in with the clone. Like, the timer is going to run down if I don't try to make something happen. So, try I did and fail I did as well. Anyway, friendly team still holding on. Doing fine. Jaina taking a bit of damage there from those Ming shots. Lily doing what Lily does. Well, what this Lily does, and just slamming the enemy team. Really good Ring of Frost right there. Almost nailing 3 members of the enemy team. Hitting 2. Getting the kill on Li Ming. Then ETC followed up. The Zebo's down. Lily working on that Raynor Varian in for the kill. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, the Abathur push is still continuing with a little bit of the Merc camp remaining. And what I'm doing now is working on soaking top and yeah, right here. That combo really shouldn't be that strong. Lily Abba. And then here we go. I'm having too much fun. Wait till I get my next shield talent, which is here at 16, Adrenaline Boost. And her, with her fast feet and Adrenaline Boost, will be running 1,000,000 miles an hour. She'll be the fastest Lily the world has ever seen. Anyway, friendly team feeling confident, working on taking the enemy giant camp. Lily going in, using the water dragon. This is the first time I've seen a water dragon and not complained about it. Let me throw that out there. My first time with the water dragon Lily and not being mad about it. Because this Lily's just too good. She knows what she's doing. She knows that the fast feet give her that cooldown reduction, or at least I think it does. I don't know, I don't play Lily. I'm pretty sure it gives cooldown reduction. And she's using it to her advantage. And the low mana cost of her healing ability as well, she's using to her advantage. You'll see her operating almost out of mana for very long periods of time. Because she's regenerating just enough to get another heal. And when she's too low, that's when she backs out. This Lily player knows the limits of that hero. She's very familiar with the hero. Anyway, friendly team. Moving on in. Landing the Ring of Frost on the Nazebo. Butcher charge for good measure. And the Butcher Jaina combo takes down Nazebo, securing more meat for the Butcher, who is just now finishing his stacks, 200 meat. ETC, Lily, or Li Ming, and Lucio trying to pick off the Butcher. I was trying to heal Jaina up, so my hat didn't quite make it onto Butcher in time, but he's fine. Lily's got him. Spike Burst now heals, level 13 is up, and we pick up the Soma Transference to get a little more healing onto our Frank and Lily. Because, well, that's who we've decided is our main focus. Anyway, Lily eating a lot of damage right here. Almost goes down, get the blind out. Or gets the blind out. Aggro's the boss as she comes through. Actually, my Spike Burst aggroed the boss. And now Lucio's been split from the rest of his team, who retreated because the boss was aggroed. Now Raynor's in a little bit of trouble. Lily's going after him. Varian caught the flank, securing the kill. Now Nazebo is on the run. Lily just poking away at ETC and keeping Varian going, rocking and rolling. He kills the Nazebo and then finishes off ETC. And now we're pushing in on their middle fort, while we have siege giants going down the bot lane, and there are 2 objectives up on the map. It's a really good spot for the friendly team here. Lily obviously going to continue to push. Friendly team heading over to get boss. Butcher and Varian together. Meanwhile, Lily heading up to the middle objective. I have repositioned myself because I don't know where the enemy team is, so I wanted to feel a little safer, and I'd been in the top lane for a very long time. Yeah, here we go. I've never made a Frank and Lily before. This is a first for me. I have never, ever made a Frank and Lily before. I have never had a Lily demand this much attention from me, though, as an Abathur either. Another Water Dragon coming out. Lucio forced to use his ultimate in order to survive. Lily just standing there tanking damage. She knows she's got all that healing from the Abathur hat and the Spike Burst. Me missing all of my stabs. No big deal. And Lily just constantly chasing. Meanwhile, Nazebo getting chased down by Varian. He is dead. ETC in a bit of trouble. Lily zoning out the Li Ming and working on trying to catch this flank on this Lucio. But Varian secured that kill, no problem. Lily completely zoned out Li Ming. The bulk of the enemy team's damage and kill potential. Jaina killing herself for the... I don't know. It made sense in her brain. Anyway, Jim Raynor doing his best up here, trying to defend this boss and this giant push. But that keep is gonna fall, and now both objectives are firing on the middle keep. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, a huge minion wave moving in, but we have reinforcements on the way. This fort should survive, maybe. I accidentally cloned onto the Butcher there. Don't know if you saw me say oops. So I used the clone to help kill a camp. It was the best I could do with it. Meanwhile, Lily up here, Water Dragon coming up onto the Li Ming. A little residual effect onto the Lucio. Li Ming almost down, forcing the Lucio ult. Mosh Pit coming out, but no damage follow-up from that enemy team. Varian survives. ETC got caught in a friendly zombie wall. Lucio down. And who was that? Who was the last one? Was that Nazebo? I lost track there. Anyway, Jim Raynor up here. Lily diving the towers to go fight Jim Raynor. Just soaking the shots. Doing a lot of damage. Lily now having tanked 72,000 hero damage, dealing 36,000 and healing 69k. Overall, top everything for the entire game. Meanwhile, Lily up here zoning out that Li Ming, like always. Getting hit, nailed pretty hard, but Spike Burst with a heal. Li Ming almost securing the kill with the teleport damage, but not quite enough. ETC dodged the ring, but got caught in everything else and is dead. Nazebo as well. Enemy team is pretty well down and out. Lily still zoning away. They're scared of her. They know. The Franken Lily is not to be messed with. Varian going in. Jim Raynor's down. Keeping the enemy team back. Lily just doing her thing. Here the hat is removed. And I am tunneling in, doing a little cheeky move myself. Coming to show myself at the core. Water Dragon out onto the Lucio. Butcher charging in. And he goes down. 2 more down for the enemy team. And the game is over. Really, really fun game. I actually really enjoyed this game. It was so much fun. I've never done a Franken Lily before. And it was a blast. It was a total blast. Well-deserved MVP on the Lily. Best Lily I've seen ever in this game. Ever. So can we look at the stats here? Yes, we can. Alright. So I'll show you the stats from the game. Varian with the most kills for the friendly team at 11. Getting all those finishing blows. Abathur with only 4. Only 27,000 hero damage, 29,000 siege damage, 35k healing. I spent most of my time with the hat on Lily. As we've mentioned, 87k tanking. That's more than almost half of the enemy team put out. 81k healing. That's more than what half the enemy team put out. 42,000 hero damage. She's on par with the enemy team's top damage dealer and above their second highest damage dealer. That's insane. Varian with 39, blowing away the Raynor. Jaina with 23, coming in close with Nazebo and Lucio. And then me with 27 as well. And Butcher with 18. He didn't really get a lot done there. The idea was to be hatting him. I built for hatting him, and then I wound up hatting Lily the entire game. Talents. As you can see, I took the Adrenal Overload to help Butcher. I even took the Spike Bursts. I was still considering going and helping Butcher. And then the Mule to kind of reduce the effectiveness of enemy objectives, but we started winning every single objective, so I never really used the Mule that much. Let's see, any interesting builds from the enemy team? I don't really know Lucio builds, so I don't know what's good for him, other than Sound Barrier. Li Ming going with the Calamity, picking up the Illusionist. I'm pretty isn't there? I don't know. And the Wave of Force. I've been seeing Wave of Force getting taken a lot more now over the laser, and I don't know why. Maybe it got buffed. I don't know. But I've been seeing it a lot more over the laser. And Nazebo with the Spider build. Yeah, pretty fun match. I really enjoyed it. And it was kind of fun to just be able to watch. I'm able to talk a lot more while I'm just watching and not playing at the same time. It was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I thought it was really fun. It was something that I have never done before in Heroes, which really made it pretty cool to me. And I was just laughing the entire time through this match. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.